So hi everyone, good afternoon everyone once again. So let's start today for the further topic, and the topic that we are going to that we're going to cover would be the supervised and unsupervised learning, followed by NumPy and Matplotlib. So yesterday we discussed about few functions related to NumPy. However, NumPy is very huge. It has couple of functions for manipulating some data, for restructuring some data. I have told you why exactly the role of NumPy is over on list or other data types is there in Python. Why people or other deep learning libraries are using NumPy as their backend support for developing their own new libraries related to different frameworks or the software development related to deep learning or artificial intelligence, right? For cloud computing as well, for socket programming, for communicating couple of devices together on server, on database, on data security level or logic level structure also. People are using couple of libraries, and wherever data is concerned, NumPy is one of the biggest library right now. So this is what I've already made you clear about. So let me go through with the another library. Before that, I'll be trying to revise you about this particular library once again, so that we can club both the libraries together today, and we can go ahead further while discussing about supervised and unsupervised learning algorithms. Also, we'll be talking about, see, let me show you the screen first of all, and we'll see the agenda today. So this is what we are going to cover. We left on this NumPy. Is that clear? Is that visible now? My screen visible, right? The screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
One side.
Right, sir. So here we have left yesterday. We were discussing about NumPy, and then we had to install Matplotlib as well. And I told you about Matplotlib that we can use for visualization, right? Matplotlib is the basic library for developing any 2D, 3D, or multi-dimensional graph. Visualization of multi-dimensional graph would be quite virtual, and that you have to really visualize that data of multi-dimensional approach while approaching towards the 3D structure in multi-dimensional format. So first of all, we'll study about 2D data and 2D graphs, and once we are talking about 2D graphs, we can have line graph, we can have dotted graph, we can have bar graph, we can have pie chart. So there are different type of visualization that you can use to visualize your data. And I should not tell you the importance of visualization, and that is quite clear. Yesterday only I have told you about that. Whatever you understand, whatever you made your statement clear, whatever you learn more particularly or individually, is because of the input of data that comes through your eyes. The amount of data that is coming from your eyes would be around 83 to 86%. Remaining percentage, let me quote my words once again. We have five senses in our body, out of which 83% data would be coming from eyes. Remaining 17% is covered with remaining four senses, out of which around 12 to 13% will be coming from your ears, and then nose for different smell, and then taste, and then your sense for skin. Now think about the power of visualization. Then without visualization, I'm sure you would have less clarity about the topic, right? So let us understand these two libraries separately and try to combine them together now. Okay, so I'll be just going through with the practical approach now. I hope you have installed NumPy. Some of the people have told that while installing while installing Python software itself, Python ideally itself, they were getting some error, some DLL file missing, some kind of error were coming. I believe people who have got this error must be having Windows 7 with them, and also if they have Windows 7 and 32-bit operating system of that, it's not possible to work with ideally directly with the dependency of DLL files with Windows 7 on 64-bit of operating system. Understood? Okay, people who have 64-bit of operating system and they have installed Python, then there is a chance of installing other dependencies also. Like the first dependency that you use or that we need is pip, right? That command which helps us to um, install the libraries or public library which we have available on pypy.org website. Okay, so people who have not like somebody maybe Akash sir or somebody has messaged me personally that they have installed ideally but they were getting some error. The error were related to the installation or working with pip. So I could give you another approach, that what you can do is you can you can download NumPy separately. You can go on NumPy website, right? You can go on python.org and there you can find out NumPy library, or you can directly type on Google and find out NumPy library. And after downloading that library, let me show you how will you download it and from where you'll download it. The other approaches which can be followed, which can be used for installing your public libraries also. Okay, so you can directly type here NumPy library download, because every library is available, right? So you have pypy.org. This is the public platform where all the libraries are available, right? NumPy.org is also the website. So you can go on any particular platform. NumPy is designed for CPU and GPU both. So carefully try to download the required one. Okay. Yesterday I have shown you that the version was 1.18 point something, and the latest version that they have released was 1.19.3 or 3 or 5, I guess. So let me show you this particular thing so that you can repeat this process to install NumPy if pip is not working properly for you. Okay, I can tell you the other ways of installing pip as well, so that you should not repeat this manual process of installing all the libraries. But still, for the initial installation, you can use this process for some time. Okay, so whenever you'll be getting NumPy over here, you please download one of the version that will be downloaded in zip format or RAR format, right? That RAR format is the compressed format of all the files. So first of all, just extract that data which is available in that compressed file. So it will be a folder. Okay, so now we have got, this is the latest version. If you don't need it, we can go on other version to find out. Okay, see, these are the application areas which can be catered using this library of NumPy. Now you can see how many use cases of this library could be. There are two libraries which are very much in use in basic platform for all the other frameworks. So every foundation needs these two libraries. One is NumPy and second is SciPy, SCIPY. So SciPy contains couple of scientific functions which are already pre-built. However, NumPy helps us to do some basic operations among the data sets, and these data sets could be either arrays or matrices. Okay, so it could be used in quantum computing, statistical computing, signal processing, image processing, 3D visualization, symbolic computing, number of things, right? And apart from these fields also, many other different fields have been added, and the biggest field apart from these these fields which I have displayed would be deep learning, right? In neural network, in deep neural network or CNN and ANN calculation, the use cases of NumPy would be really huge. Okay, so this is how they have used and manipulated some research papers also. You can go on NumPy and find out these things. Okay, so first Python 3 only released Python.
सौरभ
Yes
थोड़ी
sir.
क्वालिटी में
हाँ sir.
सौरभ सौरभ जी
Yes sir.
थोड़ा सा वॉइस क्वालिटी थोड़ी ब्रेक हो कुछ हो सकता है देखो माइक्रोफोन दो कल बहुत अच्छी क्लियर वॉइस थी आज के
Yes,
कंपैरिजन में
sir. Like I spoke to you na a few minutes back. So I was in a meeting somewhere. I tried to manage. I came to a cafe. I managed from cafe to start my internet somehow. So
ओके दैट्स ऑल फाइन
yes, sir.
ऑडिबल
Yes, sir. Let me see if I can be making it more clear, sir. Thank you.
लेट्स गो अहेड सर
So just click on install. Um, yes, it will show you some couple of other versions also. I hope you understand the, yeah, see, in Anaconda you can use this command. For pip you can use this command. So for Miniconda, for Windows or Mac OS you can use this command. For Linux you can use this process. For GPU you can use this process. See, this is the use cases of pip. Pip used to use easy install, Anaconda, Home Basic, Home Premium, operating system Python. These are the these are the paths from where pip can work to install public libraries. Okay, it can go on internet and find out the library first, and before going on internet it checks whether the same version which we are requiring, we are asking to install, is available in the downloaded or installed folder, not already. Okay, so couple of commands, couple of APIs works behind to install this particular library. Okay, or any library, any other library also. Okay, and people who are struggling with using this pip command, if you use pip command you can use this, right? Okay, now let me show you something else as well. There are some other methods as well. I'm again working with Windows so that you can understand. See here, NumPy 1.8.2, 1.6 point something, 1.6.2, 1.10 point something. Many versions are coming up. And even if you'll go on numpy.org, so you'll find out the complete documentation how to use this library also. Similarly, for every public library like Matplotlib, TensorFlow, OpenCV, speech recognition, face recognition, every library gives you the complete documentation. But to understand that documentation, you require some small level expertise to read all the see here everything is given. What type of data you're going to download, what type of document you'll be getting, so that you can read everything and use such. See here, it supports this much of release version by Python. The base of Python is itself C and C++, right? Okay, so now let's check. Can we have something to download?
डाउनलोड फाइल्स
Yes, yes, sir. In download files, you'll find out couple of things, right? You can download anything. If you'll click on this and this, let me show you something. Let me go down. Somewhere it should have.
So you are telling this only for those for people
People
the
whom,
command is not
yes, for those whose command are not working up. Okay, sir. And it can be yeah, on command prompt. Otherwise, see, otherwise you can do one more thing. People who have got installed their libraries, let me show you something. Ideally, let me show you the path where all the libraries will be installed. Where all the library will be installed. Okay, so that you'll get the complete idea After installation, library will be available at this place, and we can get the library folder from other friend of yours, other person, and you can download. You can ask somebody to mail you that particular folder on your mail, and then you can download that particular folder, right? And and copy that folder into the same location. Okay. So this is also can be done. This is the manual process that you can do couple of times. Okay. So let me show you something. You can use import OS library. You can import OS library, which gives you the which helps you to work with the kind of commands on which works on operating system. And right now my operating system is Windows, so the command which I am going to use will be working on Windows operating system itself. So os.path is the command to check where the Python library or Python software has installed. So this is my path. Okay, so let me copy it first. Let's go to run. Let's go to run. This is the small app that we use. Here you can copy it. This is my path. Click OK. It will open a particular folder. Here in this folder, this is your path of Python software where you have installed your IDLE. Okay. Then go inside this capital LIB. Capital LIB. Okay. Inside LIB, you will find out this folder called site packages. This site packages folder covers all the libraries that you install. So I have installed these many libraries in Windows also, because these libraries are quite frequently in use for me. Keras, Kairos, IMutils, Markdown, NLTK for natural language processing, NumPy, right? So what you will do, ask somebody to give you these two files. They would have some specific size. Let me show you the size also. Initial space of these folder would be 10 MB only. After extracting or installation, the size of these folder would be 51.0 MB, 52.5 MB. Okay. So ask somebody to mail you these two folders, in which inside this NumPy folder you would have couple of files also. They uses some other extra files to give you the clarity of computation of your data in between different variables, and they helps you to do the operations or manipulation among the data. Okay, so this is the process. Okay, it is not for NumPy. It's for every library. It's for the every library, right? But the condition is that ask these folder from that person only who have this similar configuration of your Windows. If you have Windows 10, then ask somebody to give these library from Windows 10 system only. If you have Windows 7, ask somebody who have Windows 7 operating system only. Okay, so this is how you can get the compatibilities of all the files related to Python, which we will be requiring up. These are the temporary process. The permanent process is pip command only. That will be easily available, and I'll tell you the commands or process to install that pip also from external environment. If your pip is not working while installing that library, software with the same same process, like I have told you to take up add Python path, something like that, right? All such options were ticked up, but still that pip is not working. I'll tell you why it is not working for Windows 7 specifically. Even for Windows 10, I'm sure it will be working up. Can I get to know whether how many of you have got install pip command properly, and how to check whether pip is working properly or not? Go to terminal and type pip3. If you will get this kind of answer, then your pip is working properly. Now to install any library, you have to type pip3 install and the name of the package. Suppose the name of the package is ABCD. So ABCD package will be installed. If your name of the package is XYZ, then XYZ package will be installed. Where this package will be available, does we don't have a concern of that thing, right? Anyhow, anywhere on internet, wherever the concern of Python is actually concerned, then it will search out this particular folder everywhere on internet for the dependency of all your systems also. Along with the system, it will install your library in your required path, and the path would be same that we were talking about this one. Okay, path for every system could be different. Don't believe that this would be same. It could be like C users, somebody has a name like Rahul, so it will be Rahul, comma XYZ, comma XYZ, comma program files, comma Python 36, something like this, right? So Python 36 means Python 3.6. If you'll have Python 37, then Python 3.7. If you have Python 38, means 3.8. Okay. Now let's go ahead. I hope this is how you can install some libraries. Okay. Now let me repeat few commands also which we have used yesterday. NumPy as np. So if you have any data which is available in list, right, so we can convert this list into array.